Detective Gomez looked over the evidence the officer had brought back from the murder of the Filipino boy at the convenience store. They had dug the slug out the stucco well some distance behind them. It was a .30 carbine shell. They had run out the ballistics but hadn't found any matches. The angle of the shot, figuring the boy's height and where it hit from the wall behind it, looked odd. He drove over to take a second look. From what he could gather, the shooter was either on their knees or sitting in the car. He went in the store. A short, older man was behind the counter. "Hi, I'm Detective Gomez, LAPD," he said, showing him his badge. "Saan ka nangyayari ang pamamaril?" This was Tagalog for, "Where were you when the shooting happened?" The man looked at him frightened. He came around from the behind the counter and came over to open the supply room door for him. "Dito," he said, "tapos doon." He pointed back to where he was standing behind the counter. "Well," Gomez thought, "what do you know?" He had just found where Sandy had been shot. No one had asked the guy the right question. "Salamat," he replied to the clerk. He walked in the room to look over things. The floors seemed very clean for a room storing boxes. There was a table that had no dust on it. There was a hole inside of a box. Inside were cardboard soda cups and another hole on the backside and the wall behind it. Where the box had been had a hole in it as well. He decided rather than poke around and destroy evidence, he would have the scene guys come back to figure out where the bullet had gone and whether it was retrievable. He went back outside and waited for the clerk to be done with the customer. "Sino ang nakipaglaban?" he said when they were alone again. "Carlos and Jack and his ina, Maganda." When? The clerk came back with a calendar and tried to remember when it was. It was around the time that Violet had thanked him for leaving his shoes in Sandy's apartment. "Lahat sila ay nagsialisan," he said. "You are the manager." The man nodded. Gomez gave him his notepad for him to write down his contact information, an address, and full name. "I'm sending some officers to come back and look at the room. Do not touch anything until they come. Do not let anyone use the room, do you understand?" The clerk nodded. "Ikaw ay isang masamang impluensya," Gomez told him. "You are a bad influence."